Good evening and welcome to Hard News. Drugs, young people and rock and roll have always made a good mix for popular newspapers. The big story of this week concerned all three, with the tabloids shaking the ingredients into an explosive cocktail that frightened parents, disturbed the police and even had the Home Secretary Douglas Hurd calling for urgent reports. It all revolved around an unusual event in a disused hangar. But did the hysteria in the headlines accurately reflect what happened on the night? Michael Levin reports.
Spaced out.
11,000 youngsters go drug crazy at Britain's biggest ever acid party.
Scandal of the giant acid party.
The lurid headlines referred to a giant party in the early hours of Sunday morning in a disused aircraft hangar at White Waltham near Maidenhead in Berkshire. According to the papers, huge amounts of the drug called ecstasy were freely available along with LSD or acid and marijuana. Such events are often referred to as acid house parties, acid house being the style of the music and nothing to do with the drug. The Sun dubbed last weekend's party venue
Ecstasy Airport.
The party took place here, infiltrated by reporters from the Mail and the Sun. The organisers kept the location secret until the very last moment, which was the main reason, according to the papers, why there were so few police here and they were unable to act.
Only 6 policemen were there at the height of the all-night thrash.
However, Superintendent Anthony Howlett-Bolton of the Thames Valley Police claims the newspapers grossly exaggerated the extent of the drug abuse. He describes the event as a pop festival.
Drugs were not a problem. I suspect in reality that drugs were part of the scene and part of the festival, but I don't believe they were the main reason for people attending.
Drug-crazed kids, some as young as 12, boogied for 8 hours yesterday at Britain's biggest ever ecstasy bash.
Were there children as young as 12 there?
No, there were not. The people I saw there were in their late teens and their early 20s.
According to the Sun, there were
thousands of empty ecstasy wrappers littering the floor of the 250-foot-long hangar.
Did you find, as the newspaper said, thousands of empty ecstasy wrappers littering the floor of the hangar?
Certainly not. There was plenty of rubbish and debris, but I saw no extensive evidence of drug abuse at all.
Did you see any evidence of drug abuse?
No, I didn't.
Oh, yeah. Check this out. Is that him?
The papers have been down this road before, and with the same result. Last November, Hard News went to an acid house party in a disused warehouse in Greenwich, and so did the papers.
The Mirror shows how thrill-seeking kids as young as 15 are being lured to the lairs of the acid house barons.
The Sun saw pushers openly selling ecstasy and the schoolchildren being urged to buy cocaine and marijuana.
Different time, different place, and a different police force. But the same police scepticism of the reports.
The search the following day did not reveal any noticeable trace of drugs. And in fact, I personally went there on the Monday morning, early on the Monday morning, and I went through the premises myself with the duty officer, and I did not find any sign of drugs at all. Not one single thing.
The newspapers are now calling for these parties to be banned, claiming that the danger they pose to Britain's youth is unacceptable. The Sun and the Daily Mail told Hard News they stood by their stories. But haven't the papers blown up the drugs angle out of all proportion? For the police, the main worry about such large gatherings of young people in confined spaces lies elsewhere.
I'm certainly worried about drugs, but my first concern, as on that evening, was one of safety.
Why do you think this party got so much publicity?
I think it got so much publicity because there were Sun and Daily Mail reporters there.